Every business at one stage wants to find a solution around low profits, lack of growth, staff retention and client satisfaction. Hi, I'm Lisa Sin, Client Success Manager at Real Estate Dynamics. We help property management businesses build, buy and sell through our rent roll coaching, property management training and business brokerage right across Australia. Recently, we sent Dean Yeo, one of our leading rent roll and agency brokers, to ARIC on the Gold Coast. We had Dean ask 8 industry professionals what problems they solve for their customers and found out how you can identify these symptoms in your business before they become a real problem. Here's Dean.
We've got Kylie Davis with me from CoreLogic, and today we really wanted to say, well, who is CoreLogic? What do they do? What problems do they solve for your customers, who your customers are? And because I see you as like a huge, they do all these things, but then what is it? What is it that most people look to you, problems that you look to you to solve?
Cool. So they're looking, real estate agents or banks and finance, everybody's looking to us and our property data to solve kind of a couple of key things.
Yep.
You're either looking for a way to do more business and grow your sales, or grow your property management, or grow your mortgage, grow the number of mortgages that you've got. You're looking to do that more quickly and efficiently, and you're looking to make more money out of it by doing it by making the cost of doing it even less. And so that's where the property data stuff that comes in. So CoreLogic's Australia's largest provider of property data. And for a lot of real estate agents, because we've been in the industry for so long, they typically think that it's just about doing a CMA or pulling the data in about the latest market.
Yep.
But when you start to put that sales information on top of...
There she is again. We just keep getting in the background. Hi!
I'm a big deal.
Famous. Yes.
When you start putting that property data and those results on top of historical behaviour, and then you start putting it on top of mortgage behaviour, and you start to get a whole lot of more insights into it, and depth of it, and you can then start, and you can add demographics onto it. So then you start to get people behaviour, and then when you've got that people behaviour, and then you add that on top of sort of social media and stuff, then you've got the ability to use all that property data up to now start to target people through social media. So the data does a lot more than just tell you what the sale of 37 Potter Street was. The data should then be able to help you work out who lives inside Potter Street, what's motivating them at the moment, how long until they're going to either need a new home or a mortgage, or are they good for an investment property? If they've got an investment property, what else do they own? Could you be doing property management for them? Should, as a franchise, you have a relationship with them nationally, maybe if they've got properties in lots of different spots? And then talking to them on a regular basis through not necessarily just ringing me up as part of your 10 for 10, but actually about sort of just being present in my life through the communication channels like social media that I'm personally using, because you've got a relationship with me.
So you sort of stalking them in a digital space,
or property data can help you stalk people digitally really, really well.
More
so
efficiently.
Come see us if you need help with that. Yeah, in a completely compliant way, obviously.
Nothing freaky about it.
No, nothing freaky at all.
So that's where, you jumped on, because we quite often find, in Real Estate Dynamics, we quite often find that the 4 key pain points of owners of businesses is their lack of profit, lack of growth, unhappy customers and unhappy staff. Yeah. And you've really, in a number of areas there, been able to address those with your business.
Yeah.
How is the digital space affecting? Is that where you're getting even more data and more analytics to be able to bring in? Because you've always been data, I see now, as far as with CMAs, and that's probably, I saw it with yourself or Price Finder or PDS Live, whatever it used to be. Yep. Those were sort of where it is, but you've then just taken it to a whole nother level with all the other things you can do.
I think the changes in technology for CoreLogic have allowed us to do a couple of key things. They've allowed us to capture more data, capture data more quickly, and then on top of that, then turn it into new things, see new insights. New insights, because we're able to capture more data more quickly from more sources and pull it together.
Is more data more depth on individual homes or people with that?
So for instance, we bought Cordell construction data a couple of years ago. So now it's not just about what properties are recently sold, but we know we know when they've been renovated. We know we're starting. We know all the big developments that are going on and the major construction projects around town. So now we've got an insight into infrastructure and just how much does that influence property price as well. We're starting to be able to do the analytics around that sort of stuff. If a brand new major road goes through, we've got like a lot more insight into what kind of that stuff's happening, and major residential projects. We're also through a relationship we've got with a company called Block Brief, where now we've got a sort of centralised capture of all planning and zoning changes around the country. So we're able to sort of overlay that on top of our property data to see what the patterns are, or where the places are where property is currently being rezoned, either lower, higher density, stuff like that. But then also to start to analyse the patterns of what that looks like. So where else are those patterns appearing around the country, and what starts to replicate? So for us, the technologies let us sort of pull more stuff in, see more, do that quickly, and put more layers on it, and then feed those insights out to agents. And I think from a real estate point of view, from an agent or a principal point of view, you're looking for things that can give you those insights and feed into your systems and structures as quickly as possible, so that you can do what you know how to do really well. You can really amplify that and scale that.
Because we're all getting busier and busier, and you want to be able to spend 80% of your time with those 20% that are going to progress.
Here's a little metaphor. So
I like stories.
So it's a bit of a data geeky metaphor, but basically data researchers who, like Tim Lawless and Cam Kusha, who are kind of, and Eliza Owen, who are our major researchers, they shouldn't be spending their time building data sets. They should be spending their time looking at that data and seeing amazing things in it, and informing the market and educating the market. And I think in the same way with real estate agents, if you're spending all of your sales time building the things that you need to go and do the sale, then actually you're not out there selling. And that's why we're seeing this model that we've been talking about here at ARIC around the agents, the agent at the centre, but then the structure around them, and the support, and the admins and the processes around them, to make sure that person's just doing the sale. So we're kind of like a digital version, or a data version of the support network that you need to make sure that your time is being spent out selling and having relationships with people, not pulling data together.
It's a very good point, because they can get gobbled up being busy, but it's not being as productive.
No, that's right.
So in saying that, then quite often, you can have the best mousetrap, but if you don't know how to use it, so is one of the speed of which you're changing, is that getting that out to market, and then getting the market up to speed of how to use it? Is that also?
Yeah, I think, so we have a great resource that a lot of people don't know about, called our success coaches, or our growth coaches. So every client in our database has someone that is their job to kind of talk to them. And you can talk to them at any time to say, not to say, look, do you want to buy another product? But it is about, I've got these challenges in my business, and it's their job to help you work out what kind of training you need, and to set that up for you, so that that you know when the training is, and that we're connecting with you on that.
Perfect.
And to work out which products you probably need training on. So we know that, look, we're all busy, and when you tend to get into a routine when you're in a platform that you use all the time. So agents are really great at building CMAs in our system, but we've got the new signature CMAs. So just taking sort of 10 minutes a week or 15 minutes a week just to sit down and try something new, and test it and get better at it over, just give yourself some time. Tom made a great comment that when you try and make change for the first 10 days, it's really hard. Second 10 days, it's messy. Third 10 days is you kind of start to get in the groove. And so you kind of need to give yourself that time when you're learning something really new. But we're offering the support to help our clients get up to that.
So get in touch with not an account manager, or what do you call them?
Success coach.
Success coach. Because especially if you own the product already and you're paying subscription, you might as well make sure you're using it, I suppose. Thank you very much. Cheers, everyone. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Lisa Sin at Real Estate Dynamics. We help businesses build, buy and sell through our rent roll coaching, property management training and business brokerage services right across Australia.